What's up, everybody? I'm Robert Babiak with WSN, and today I'm joined by Giga Chikadze. Giga, how's it going?
Going great, my friend. Thank you.
I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, but you're actually in town for something outside of the cage that you do, right?
Yeah, it's actually for some fun part, we have a Hall of Fame ceremony awards tomorrow. And on that event, they are awarding me with UFC honor Forrest Griffin Award, which is huge honor to me.
And so you run a foundation, Knockout Cancer, and see, that's how I mess up. I was worried about messing his name up, but somehow I mess up the word cancer. So tell me a bit about the foundation.
Yeah, so the foundation stands on a story how we started. My mom passed away from cancer. And the time before she passed away, I was not in Georgia for a long period. Sometime I was traveling for my fights. I used to live in Netherlands, and all these times I wanted to support her. Besides money, with some mental support to give her. So that's why I made the slogan "Knockout Cancer," and I always had on a shirt. That's how I would walk out on the ring when I used to fight in kickboxing. So with that, I kind of was supporting her in this battle. And since 2013, when she died, after a couple of months, me and my sister, we founded a charity fund, and we gave this name, Knockout Cancer. And since then, we've been running this family-run charity, and we already helped more than 200 people.
So is it important for you to do stuff outside of the ring, not just cancer stuff, but also just being part of your community and trying to support everybody around you?
So that when my mom had the cancer, at that time we had a huge, big financial hit in the family. So we tried to get the money all over what we could do. The family was supporting us. We sold the cars. We were asking, I was writing some letters to the government, and they were helping me with that. All of my friends stood for me. And I remember how hard it was to get the money to travel in Turkey and do some procedure there for chemotherapies and some of the MRIs and all the stuff. And after that, once we kind of made a little bit of the money, I decided just to share the same energy to the others. We got the help when we really need it, and now we're just trying to spread the same energy to the others.
So was it your family that got you involved in martial arts really young?
Oh yeah, so my dad used to be the judo wrestler, one of the up and coming from Soviet Union. And he tragically ended his career because of both of the knee surgeries, very bad. He could not really continue judo. And when I was born, very first time, he's holding myself and saying that, oh, here was born a Giga Chikadze world champion in fighting. And a good man. So after that, they took me in a karate school because I was a skinny guy. They thought I would never wrestle, so I was not good in wrestling and judo. That's what they thought, body-wise. They said, oh, and especially that time, the karate from the Bruce Lee and Van Damme and all those movie stars was very popular in Georgia. So they took me in karate school. I got in love in this, and since then I've been doing my thing.
So starting karate that young, do you think that's why you have such a good leg kick game? And your kicking game in general is insane, but the way you snap on guys is just unbelievable. But do you think was it 4 years old you started? Do you think that's really why you were able to develop that talent?
I believe so, yeah. The beginning, pretty much I grew up on the mats. That was my playground. I enjoyed doing this. I was a big fan of Bruce Lee, like I said, Van Damme and Jet Li and all those guys. And kicks were something special to me. I enjoyed watching all type of the spinning kicks and wall kicks and showtime kicks. And finally, we made my special kick. People call it Giga Kick. I can't explain how happy I'm with that. Yeah.
So when you're setting up that kick, I get nervous because I can see the other guy's about to get smoked. But how do you test the range to know when you're going to be able to get that perfect liver positioning to really shut the body down on the guy?
I got a couple of kicks. I can't really tell you in front of the camera about it. But There are some ways, like I kind of. I don't only do the liver kick, so I pretty much have some nested head kick as well. So then I see wherever I have an opportunity, I'm trying to capitalize it and take it from there.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's been like a meta shift in MMA where calf kicks just out of nowhere, everyone started doing them. And then there was a moment where everyone was doing spinning. So then when you came aboard and the way you were able to just take guys out, people really hadn't seen that explosiveness before. So when you go to set up that kick and then I watched the video you did with the UFC where you're explaining some of the ways you go about making attacks. It's just very interesting to see you go about that. So is there any other aspects, like outside of the karate influence when you were very young, that really helped you develop your movement? Because you have a very unique movement style as well.
It's interesting that I used to play the soccer very well as well, and I was a big fan of the soccer. I am. And there was the big moment when Zinedine Zidane from the France, he was playing for Real Madrid, and they were playing in the final of Champions League. And they won 3-0 this game, and one of the goals Zidane scored with some beautiful kick. Pretty much like the ball was in the air, and he shot straight from there. And the movement, the way he did it, then I started to do it in the backyard when I used to play with my friends the soccer. And because I was very flexible, and then I saw that I was very good in this, and I tried the same in the karate sparring, and it worked perfectly, especially with the left kick. And then I reached the lever. I didn't know that time that lever and anatomy, but I saw with one kick, one kid just goes down and he got knocked out from the lever shot, and my dad started to explain me why this happened. There is a lever, Giga, you should do this more. And after that I was trying this in karate, in kickboxing, and now I'm doing in MMA.
And the foot movement in soccer is a really important aspect. So that's interesting because you see a lot of, even in hockey, guys will talk, I love playing soccer in the summers because it teaches you all those movement skills and you're having to be very coordinated with your body. So when you hit that first body shot and shut the guy's body down, were you just addicted to trying to get that same feeling after that again and again?
Yeah, that's right. It makes me feel, I don't know, super comfortable,
It's like bubble wrap. When you're popping bubble wrap, it's just such a good feeling. So looking forward, a lot of guys wouldn't really mention your name leading up to your last fight. And then a couple guys after started talking about you a little bit more. Does it bother you that they waited until after a loss to start trying to talk with you?
I'm just having fun. See the people first kind of not really hear my name, and once I lost my fight, which was after the 7 winning fight inside the UFC since the debut, everyone opened up his mouth and started to talk about the hype train and shit like that. But I see they're looking, I see the champion has been mentioning my name the time as well, that, if you capitalize the Giga Kick, then this and that. But even a zombie had something to say. But after his loss, no one really saw where he is. We heard that he was going to retire or whatever. So everybody started to mention my name after my loss. It makes me feel that they're scared. They think, I don't know what they think. I lost. I feel like I lost the fight from my mistake, which I made earlier in the rounds. But only I'm learning from my losses, and they don't know what's coming,
Yeah, and that's something that's interesting, especially in sports. People will, and especially fans even, will want to hop on the second you stumble, but you've been sprinting all the way before that, and they really forget about that sprint. So looking at things now, a lot of fighters talk about what they try and do to relax and stuff. What do you do? What's your fun, relaxing thing you can do to kind of unwind and settle down after the fight goes on? Because you're not a fighter 24 hours a day.
Yeah, so honestly, I kind of not really relaxing usually. I've been training all the time, and that's why in 2 years what I've done in UFC, I feel like that's one of the unique. That's why I'm been always training, but since my last fight, I had the time to kind of relax and recover from there. Did a couple of surgeries. But besides the surgeries, I have 2 kids and my beautiful wife, which soon in this weekend we're going to be the 15 years of the anniversary. And, we go out sometime in different cities. We live in Huntington Beach in California, and there are so many good things in California to do it. We love to travel to see the different cities. Much of activities we do. We surf, we do skateboarding together. What else? It's pretty much some family stuff these days. Back in the days, I used to have some different lifestyle. Now I'm still a dad, even a young dad, but I want to be a role model for them and show them and teach them some good stuff.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So I have one final MMA question for you. A lot of people have been talking about judging recently, and everyone wants to try and give their opinion on how things should go or what could change. Would you feel more comfortable with 5 judges for a match as opposed to the 3 we have right now?
Maybe, I don't know. Honestly, I never thought about it. I'm always trying to finish the fights and not let judges score for me. I learned this from kickboxing as well, from karate as well. And now I'm just trying to finish the guy. So, yeah, whatever, man. Whatever UFC decides, I'm all in. I know that's one of the best organization in MMA. They know what they are doing. They know what they are supporting, and whatever they decide, I'm in the game.
And I really appreciate that type of attitude. It's really interesting to see guys how they want to go about approaching things, but you're always just ready to go and you're ready to try and finish guys. And I think that's why fans like you so much. It's always excitement, and the way you strike is definitely unique. I really appreciate you taking the time with me today. Congratulations on 15 years of marriage. You have to make sure you tell your wife that from me. That's a really impressive feat, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do next. And congratulations on the award you won this week. You definitely deserve it.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, too, and thanks for support to fans.